Hello everybody. Today is my first day of challenge on International Crafters, and I'm hopefully wanting to work with fabric this week. And you don't necessarily need to go out and buy fabric for these little projects that I'm doing. That, mind you, um, this series of fabric, what I'm going to be doing today might continue for tomorrow as well too, because there's so much that we can do to, recuperate fabric that we have in the house under our nose and we don't even know it. So, you got to keep your eyes out on old shirts, on old jeans, on old sheets, pillowcases. There's so much that, we can do. I have a whole bunch of tablecloths that were given to me when I got married, and all the fabric napkins that went with the tablecloths are all there because I never did use them. So that's a whole bunch of fabric that you could have in the house as well too. Mind you, you don't know if you want to use them or not, because here at the beginning of our marriage, I was constantly using cloth tablecloths, which I don't anymore because it's too much laundry to do. So what I've done for today is I cut up a pair of old jeans, old white jeans of my son's, that he had stained them with something, and these stains would not come out. I tried with every product, but they just wouldn't come out. So, and fortunately, the stains were at the bottom of his jeans. So I cut them into shorts. So he can use them as the shorts, and I got the leg part of it, which is, a very nice jean soft material, because they're actually a summer jeans. Yeah, well, of course, because you wear white in the summer. Apparently you don't wear white jeans after September. That's what they say. So I got my jelly plate ready, but it's not necessary. We are going to use a jelly plate, but at the beginning I'm going to use a jelly plate just to show you guys, instead of having a jelly plate, if you don't have a jelly plate, to use something cushiony underneath. So it's kind of, something that I could, like lay the fabric on. You can do a mouse pad underneath. You can put a yoga pad underneath. Something that's soft, where when you push your stencils into, or whatever object we're going to be using, it will make a nice, stamp on the fabric. So what I want to start to do is I have this piece of plastic here that I kind of use as a palette, and I'm going to just put out some pink paint, some blue paint, okay, for now I'm going to do that, and I do have purple here ready, and I'm just going to get a dauber, one of these little daubers. Like I said, if you don't have something like this, you can use a sponge. A kitchen sponge is perfectly fine as well too. So I'm trying to give you alternatives on, you say I don't have a jelly plate, that's okay. We can make a beautiful pattern on a piece of fabric, and just go with it. So I'm just going to dab this in here. Like I said, you can use a sponge. You can even cut it round if you want, that type of circle, if you want a circle shape. So you can cut it round and do that. I'm just going to put a little bit more pink, and because the sponge does absorb a lot of it. So there we go. Now I usually, when I do work with fabric on the paint, I usually put what you would call is a medium in my normal acrylic paints to make them, how would you say, so that way you can wash the fabric. But because I will be doing challenges where we're not going to have to wash the fabric, they're just little arts and crafts, which is really good. So I'm just looking for a cloth here because it's just a bit damp, this. I want to dry it up a bit. So yeah, we don't have to put a medium, or you don't have to use fabric paints. But if you have it, go ahead and use it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's even better. Even though you're not going to be washing that type of that project, you know, of what we will be doing. So yeah, I was thinking of continuing this this type of video. Sorry, I lost my words. Tomorrow, because I do have other ideas that how we can decorate fabric, you know, if you want to. There we go. Now, naturally, when you do have, you know, and this is already a cute little fabric that, you know, we can use. What I would do is I could add purple, but I think I would like to add some green. Let's put this. Now this paint here has a bit of shimmer. You know, I should have gotten different size as well too, but I already have these two here with me, so I'm just not going to bother looking for them right now. But these come in all different sizes, so you know, you can use them. You can really load them up with paint. Like I said, these suck up a lot of the paint, so oh, there we go. Okay, here's one. Just bring it up close to you. Oh, it looks like it's off focus right now. Yeah, okay. Anyways, I'm going to continue this. So, what we're going to do is grab any type of stencil that you have. So, I'm going to use this little birdie stencil. And what I will be using to paint the stencils, I'm sorry, the stamps. What I will be using to paint the stamps is the brayer. Okay, so I'm going to get my, what I want to do. I'm going to decide what color I want to do this. I'm just going to set this aside right here. Decide what color I want to do this. And you know, I think I'm just going to go with black. It'll show up nicely. And I need this back here again. Like that. So I'm just going to pour some here. Can you guys see that on that side? Yeah. Put this back here. And it's a lot of paint. But I do want a good print on the fabric, so I want to make sure that I'm going to get my good print. And this is why I say to have something cushiony underneath, is when you have, even for this as well too, it helps a lot if you have something cushiony underneath to, you know, but especially for the stamp. So there we go. And you know, we're already making ourselves a really cute little fabric that we can go ahead and use in anything. So I'm just, you know, not putting them all in, how would you say, I'm just, you know, putting them upside down, upright. And it's really cute that we can also, you know, stamp words on here as well too. Like I said, if you're not planning to, you know, use something like this to wash, like, you know, you're sure that it's going to be a project that you're going to be using this fabric for, and it's not going to be washed, you know, you can like go ahead and use practically anything. it, you know, you don't have to worry about it coming off. If you're washing it, it's, you know, it's another discussion that you have to. I'm just going to try this one over here. Even if it does come out a bit more faded than the others, that's okay. And give it another go. Right there. His little feet right here. And I'm turning the stamp, you know, not using it all at once. And another one here. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. And, no, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I am going to add, how about flowers? I got one right here. Another stamp, that's a flower. And this time I'm going to put the purple. And I think I'm just going to spread it out with a little palette knife. So that way it doesn't glob all up in one spot on the stamp. And just remember, journal covers, I know it's the first thing that comes into my head. Journal cover, a pencil case. You can, you know, cut them up and use them on tags. You can do practically anything you want with this, because you can use it after you finish using it. If you want, you can go over it with some clear gesso. Or there's even sealers that you can use, fabric sealers, you know, to make sure that it's going to be more of a protective seal, you know, to seal it. Even though if, you know, you're not going to use it to sew, you can seal it if you want, just to make sure that, oh, there goes Dottie. I'm just going to set these here. So there's one, which came out really cute. And like, you can imagine this already as a little pencil case if you want, like that. Nice bright colors. Okay, now what we're going to do is I want to, should I just clear it? No, we're going to clear it off here. You know what I did, you guys, is I turned my jelly plate, because as you can see here, it's it has to be cleaned. And if I was using it with paper, I would have just used it on the other side. So I turned it, and so that way the clean side, I'm going to move this fabric before I get it painted black. The clean side is going to be, I'm just going to set this aside right now, so I'm not going to be needing it. So now we're going to use the jelly plate, and that way I can show you what we are going to do with the jelly plate. Just some jelly plate fun. So I'm going to get some paint, and naturally my fabric pieces, as you saw, aren't that big because they were pant legs. Dottie, stop it, sweetie, stop it. Be a good girl. So I want to cover the fabric first in one solid color. It's not going to become perfectly covered, but that's okay because there will be other colors going on top of it. So I got another piece of pant leg. And did I do it big enough? Probably not. Now it's not going to pick up as it would if you were using paper. See? Next color. Now you can use a bit more if you want. This is who has a jelly plate. If you don't have a jelly plate, like I said, try getting something soft and putting some wrap on top of it if you want to do it this way as well too. Okay, now we're going to add something on there like this. Now this is the top of a candle. Here for Dead Day, we call it. Day of the Dead, which is, I can't remember if it's the 1st of November or the 2nd of November. Anyways, we buy these big, huge candles. Well, I buy a big one to put in my home, and you know, I get pictures of the people that were close to me and have died, and I light this big candle for them, and it lasts for 4 days. It's a huge candle and it lasts so long. And this is on top of it. This is in it. So the red plastic I threw away because naturally that was, I recycled it. It has wax on the inside and it's not. So there's some more. Like I said, it's not like paper. You can't really go ahead and see exactly, you know, what you're going to be seeing on paper. Fabric is something else. Fabric has its texture. You can probably get close to paper if you're going to be using like a pair of sheets, a pair of old sheets that, you know, it's a very fine cotton. This has a bit of texture in it, and I really do like this texture. So I'm just going to pick up the rest with paper. And see how much I picked up off of the paper, which this will come in handy for another little project. So I'm going to bring this one back here again, and I'm going to stamp on top of this as well. I have this little butterfly stamp, or should I use this one here? It's probably thicker, yeah. And I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to put some paint on my plastic palette. Or should I just put it right here on this piece of paper, because that plastic palette has a whole bunch of black paint on it, and I wouldn't want to ruin it because I am thinking of using another color here. I wanted a brown. That's what I wanted. Instead of, oh dear, I just got my hands all black because I put it on the palette. I have it here beside me. So yeah. No, that's purple. Come on, brown. Sometimes you have something in front of you and you don't see it. Here it is. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do it right here beside me. Grab my stamp. And have the butterfly there. Some more paint off of here. Remember, it doesn't have to be completely white, your fabric. You can have like a shirt that has little flowers on it and continue adding onto that, and it'll look so pretty. Last one. And I might go back and fix it up again. Okay, so that's another one. And to this, I'm thinking of adding, what I want to do is I want to pick this up. And I'm going to with this piece of paper here. Having problems again with internet. This morning it was good, and in fact I loaded a video, and it's only Tuesday for me, and I'm already starting. My videos will start on Monday, coming Monday, and I'm already starting to, you know, prepare them and load them up because I'm really afraid that, you know, internet's going to give out on me, and I want to make sure that I get these videos loaded up before time, because the last time I did have problems loading them. I'm going to have to wash all these stamps. I'm just going to bring them under the fountain and do them with a little brush. How many minutes are we? We're at 20 minutes. Okay, let's get on to this. I got this beautiful leaf, and I think I want to add that with the butterflies. I should have added it probably before the butterflies, but that's okay. And I think I want to do them gold. So we're going to put this aside again. And I'm going to get my gold paint. Right. No, that's not gold. Here it is. You know, I have, I can't remember what it's called. It's from Stampendous. It's like the jelly plate, but it's another type, which I wasn't happy with, you guys, at all. So, you know what? These wood ones, I can dip directly into the paint. Let me see if I can do this now. It's showing up. But this way, it'll be better. And having the jelly plate underneath really helps it pick up the paint. Instead of having, you know, and if you don't have anything soft, what you can do is even grab some old fabric and fold it up and put it underneath, you know. Use your imagination on using some padding underneath, but I'm sure everybody has something in the house that you can use too. Okay, and that's another one done. There we go. And I'll set this to the side. Shall we do one more? One more, and that's it. Clean off my brayer. I should have cleaned it off here, so that way I can use this paint up. And just grab the same paper as before. Okay, just want to clean this off. Okay, there's something I really wanted to use that I just bought recently, so that way we're going to use it. So now we're going to do what we be calling a real jelly print. Okay, what colors could I use? How about this beautiful orange? Vibrant orange. This time I'm going to put more because I do want it to show more up on the fabric. Pretty vibrant, huh? Another piece of fabric. Now I did it too big. Let me see if I can find a bigger piece here. Here we go. And you guys, what I saved from the jeans, all of these on the sides, I saved them. I'm thinking of doing something with it. I don't know what, but I will do something with them. Yeah, I should have put the fabric. Let me see. I can still do it because I have no stamping underneath or anything, so I can move it as I please. I'm even going to pick up this side here where I didn't pick up the paint before, right there on top. Are you seeing that? Yeah. Just the edges. And down here. There we go. Okay, so we got that up until now. And I'm going to use a nice dark turquoise now. Oh. Okay. So what I did buy recently was this piece of, what would you call this? A table center. It's in plastic. I bought it for around Christmas time while I was at the fair, and I went into what we have here would be like a little tiny dollar store, but yeah, and I picked this up and I've been cutting it up. So I want to use this on here. And you know what I'm going to do is get the paper again. I'm just rubbing where the doily is. I'm trying not to pick up the paint here in the corner or here in the corner. Set it to the side. Grab my fabric again. And rub. So my next video tomorrow will be a question mark if we're going to continue on how to, you know, decorate your own fabric. Or let me know, you guys, if you all want me to continue this, I will, and I'll just move the next video to Wednesday. And there we go. There we go. Okay. So get your fabrics ready. Like I said, use anything. Use anything. Remember, even printed fabric comes out beautiful. And you don't need the jelly plate. I showed you what you can do. Make sure you have something soft underneath to help you out with the stamping, and you know, or whatever objects you can use around the house. Sponges, you know. If you don't have stamps, just use things that, you know, you can figure out that would give you texture. Even, you know, using tops of bottles, and, you know, go ahead and do that. So I hope you all liked this video. I hope you all prepare some fabric for me, because I have some little projects to do this week, and I hope we all have fun. Until the next time, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.